If a conjoined twin commits a murder who goes to trial, and if one of them is innocent, how do you punish the other? That would be a constitutional nightmare for any judge that would give any lawyer a boner. The easier route would be to find both guilty or find both innocent, because any other choice is just too much headache. It would be a nightmare for any judge, not just the super sexy ones. Not what I may, sigh, well played. Punctuation man. The difference between let's eat grandma and let's eat grandma. Punctuation man. The difference between an observation and a hero with a really crappy superpower. VRB calling an emergency meeting to report hunter shot bear's body. I hope Ujmakik doesn't have a conjoined twin. If an imposter is conjoined with a crewmate, how do you vote only the imposter off? Simple, just get the imposter to cut off the inno half and then eject the imposter. In the 1600s, a man by the name of Lazarus Colirito killed a man, but had his death sentence commuted because it would have also killed his parasitic twin. Imagine being a conjoined twin and your brother commits murder and you're called the parasite. Ouch. Ha, this is less of a conjoined twin and more of excess limbs. The parasitic twin bit refers to how the twin was by all measures not as neurologically developed as even a baby. Eyes always shut, incapable or choosing not to speak, mouth always open, only really moving if stimulated. Wikipedia page on it implies with sufficient medical tools, not sure if we can do it today, but eventually, the parasitic twin could be removed without killing the independent host twin, making them a literal parasitic twin. Yeah, but if I went with the technical term, my comment wouldn't have worked. I have no words for your comment. Just an open mouth. Are you moving when stimulated? Supreme Court case waiting to happen. This reminds me of my old joke scheme of hiring conjoined twins to be the fall person for all the insider trading and general legal, financial and corporate malfeasance at your billion-dollar company. However, you make sure it's documented that one of the twins was always wearing a blindfold and listening to an iPod, etc., so they were never party to the confidential business of the other twin, and so couldn't be punished for the crimes. As you are man of intelligence, answer me this. If you hire conjoined twins for a job, secretary, data entry guy, etc., should you pay them one salary or two? 'Cause they would be just doing one job, but they are two people. As a real-world example, I know that in the documentary about the Hensel twins, when they got a teaching job, they received the value of a single salaried position but were each separately paid half of it. All the cons, none of the pros. Damn. I'd hazard a guess that the other twin could be accused of being an accessory at the very least. What if the other twin actively tried to stop the murdering twin? Or was unconscious while the other twin committed the murder? Well, was it a planned murder or an act of passion? Was it accidental, leaving no time for the other twin to act? We'll need Op to weigh in on the details, I think. As with any murder, I think all of those factors would need to be taken into consideration. But, I think as OP's question is phrased, we're meant to consider a case where it is clear that one twin is innocent and the other is guilty of murder. Several possible scenarios could fit the bill. The guilty twin may have planned the murder and not informed the other twin. The guilty twin may have committed murder while the innocent twin was sleeping or unconscious. The guilty twin may have lashed out suddenly in a murderous act, without giving the innocent twin enough time to intervene. The innocent twin may have been physically unable to intervene, due to their anatomical positioning in relation to their twin, or due to which body parts they have control over. Even though sentencing in a case where the other twin could somehow be implicated would weigh more comfortably on the conscience, I think Op's question is meant to have us consider a clear-cut case where one twin is clearly innocent. You don't punish the other. We live in a society that would rather let a guilty man go free than punish an innocent one. Any judge would feel very conflicted but would eventually choose to declare the murderer guilty but not impose a sentence that affects both men. I mean, it would be a legal nightmare from the start. Can you even keep the other one in jail during trial if there is no charge? Would have to at least be charged with accessory or something. Everyone is overthinking this. There is a super easy answer. Whichever twin gets found guilty has to wear the bee cage from The Wicker Man for a year. Are you a fan of American Horror Story? The Freak Show season has a scenario kind of like this. I don't think it ever actually gets resolved, though, I think this would be a really challenging case. I think the important thing to consider would be, if the twin who committed the murder was a danger to society. If so, I think it would be important to keep them both imprisoned in a way that protects society but doesn't unnecessarily punish the innocent twin. Something like house arrest, or detention at some sort of high-security residential facility that still provided access to internet, family visits, etc. I'd say personal restraints on the evil twin's extremities. Handcuffs and that anti-biting mask Lecter had. By the way, if anyone's creating a comic book villain, this guy just pitched a great design. Sounds like a Dark Souls boss, to be entirely honest, ha ha ha. That would be a knight that swings an Iron Maiden attached to his shoulder with the brother inside. Kill the knight and the Iron Maiden breaks and releases an animalistic beast that drags the knight's corpse four-legged. How stoned are you? Stoning sounds like a good punishment, am I right? There was actually a scenario like this. This guy had a conjoined twin who was paralyzed. It was way back in the day, so they couldn't tell if they were actually alive. Now, the twin who wasn't paralyzed was very poor, and had to steal to eat. He was taken to court when found and were about to send him to jail until he brought up that his conjoined twin will suffer for something he didn't do. They let him off the hook and gave him a job. I might have some of my facts mixed up, since I heard the story a few years ago, but that's the gist of what happened. I've often wondered if people who were believed to be in a coma but turned out to be paralyzed, in modern medical history, suffered mentally from being unable to do anything from distracting themselves. How are they not insane? They probably get washed and talked to by family members, plus doctors might discuss things while in the room, but beyond that? Or times when people are pronounced dead but are actually in a coma and were buried alive. Which happened more than it should have. Coffins were actually made with bells that would stick out of the ground attached to a line around your finger for this reason. What if you pulled it and the string fell down? Nightmare mode. Being buried alive is already nightmare mode, lol. Just saw off the offending twin's head and seal up the vital arteries so the innocent one can keep on twinning. Thanks for that horrifying mental picture, lol. Trial by combat. Twin v. Twin. I don't need sleep, I need answers. There are quite a few documented cases of this happening in the case of twins, not conjoined, and in most, where they're unable to find which is guilty, they pronounced both innocent because it is more an unjust fate for an innocent person to be imprisoned than for a guilty person to be free. Isn't that more of a failure to get proof beyond reasonable doubt though? You can't prove beyond doubt that either one of them did it, so they can't be found guilty individually? Put a sack over the guilty head and leave it there. Imagine getting murdered by a set of conjoined twins. That it is better 100 guilty persons should escape than that one innocent person should suffer, is a maxim that has been long and generally approved. Benjamin Franklin, Letter to Benjamin Vaughan, March 14, 1785. The Writings of Benjamin Franklin, ed. Albert H. Smith, Volume 9, p. 293, 1906. The innocent twin cannot be sent to prison. That means the guilty twin goes free. I gotta say, if a conjoined twin murders you, you probably needed dying. The twins get a medal for achievement. Let's ask King Solomon smile. Robin, well, actually I am a knight of the round table. All heads, you're a knight of the round table? Robin, I am. Left head, in that case I shall have to kill you. Middle head, shall I? Right head, oh, I don't think so. Middle head, well, what do I think? Left head, I think kill him. Right head, well let's be nice to him. Middle head, oh shut up. Left head, perhaps middle head, and you. Left head, oh quick get the sword out, I want to cut his head off. Right head, oh, cut your own head off. Middle head, yes, do us all a favor. Left head, what? Right head, yapping on all the time. Middle head, you're lucky. You're not next to him. Left head, what do you mean? Middle head, you snore. Left head, oh I don't, anyway, you've got bad breath. Middle head, well it's only because you don't brush my teeth. Right head, oh stop bitching and let's go have tea. Left head, alright, alright, alright. We'll kill him first and then have tea and biscuits. Middle head, yes. Right head, oh, but not biscuits. Left head, All right, not biscuits, but let's kill him anyway. All heads, right. Left head, he buggered off. Right head, so he scampered.